You've learned a lot about transparency in preaching, and so, tell me about that, which is what you were saying.
Yeah, well, now you can't tell it all. But I do think we have to begin to create space for people to be human in the church, that you don't have to be robotic and you don't have to lay down your humanity to live out the Christian faith, that you're a fully whole integrated person and that God is big enough to handle your heartbreak, your disappointment, your lament, your grief, your sorrow. And if persons never see pastors or preachers being honest and real, not necessarily bleeding on people, but at least saying, hey, this is hard for me too, or I had a hard day, or I'm struggling with, I think people want to see their leaders lament. I'm reminded of Jehoshaphat when the attack came from Moab and Mount Seir, and the people came to attack him in the times of war, and how he's a king. And the Bible says he goes into this moment of fasting. He calls the people to fast, but he cried out and he bowed down and he prayed. And so to see your leader lamenting, I mean, what a powerful. And so the older I get and the more I do this, the more I understand that that's even a point of connection for people, for pastor and pew. And so it's something that I'm learning how to use as a tool in my preaching toolbox, if you will. Not as a gimmick, but just, and it helps me because so many of us are walking around with this mantle of, I don't know, spiritual superiority or invincibility in some way, but just to demask in that way, I think it's a blessing to pastor and preach.